Hey guys, welcome back to Tony's Temple. I'm your host, Tony. I don't know if you can tell from my tone of voice, but I'm not in the happiest mood at the moment. I was just browsing the internet and I came across a news article saying that Kevin Samuel passed away. And I did a little bit more research and it hasn't been confirmed yet. But Kevin Samuel, according to a lot of the article I read, died to cardiac arrest, and this hasn't been confirmed with his family yet. It's just been on social media. Um, when I first heard this, I was like, no, nah, they're trolling me right now, man. He's Kevin Samuel's up to some shit again. He's pulling a Tupac, like he ain't really dead. He's still out there doing whatever the hell Kevin Samuel is. Like I'm pretty sure that's the case. Like I mean that's just where I'm at mentally. I genuinely cannot believe this is real if it is. And for those of you who don't know Kevin Samuel, he is a awesome, funny ass father figure. I mean, not trying to get too personal, but I'm 30 years old right now, and I'm not that close to my dad. And yes, when I was a kid, my dad was my father figure, but like the older I get, like I don't see my dad as much, and he's not really in the best of health to be like, having even a casual conversation. So somebody like me, I still need guidance and directions in life, And Kevin Samuel was one of the guys that I follow on YouTube, and just be honest with how men and women are working in today's climate, like modern men, modern women, like what is going on out there. And to be honest, he's actually one of the reasons why I even, started the podcast in the first place. And one of the things that made Kevin Samuel special is there are plenty of like stages and platform for women to pretty much speak their mind. We have like The View, for example, the Oprah show and all that stuff. And what kind of pissed me off is a lot of these platforms where women are talking about men, they tend to talk down about men, Like there was this one platform where this lady was joking about, cutting a guy's ding dong off and throwing it in a blender for comedic effect. It's just funny to talk about men and like mutilating them, and apparently it's okay. But in the world we live in, if I were to say something like, cutting a woman's breast off and throwing it in the blender, everyone would look at me like a monster. But the reason why I'm bringing this up is there aren't any platform where men can speak their opinion without being judged, right? Nowadays, if you hear that a man's looking for a submissive woman, right, or a woman that can cook, apparently, or a housewife, this is like frowned upon in society, and like it's like nobody wants to promote like a housewife. And then like the thing is like Kevin Samuel know what men want, and whatever he preaches about, whether it's women or women or men on his podcast, he's fair. He's very fair. Like, for example, if a woman that is, let's say she's 42, right? She already has 3 kids and she's expecting to find like a high value man. What can she do? He would be kind of realistic about saying just like, hey, your shots are probably gone by now. No, like, don't take it the wrong way. And like he comes off as an asshole by telling women this when they hit the wall. And what people don't understand is that also the other side of the coin, where men run through the same situation, but it's kind of backward. Like one of the things he preached is, men, we have to earn our value, and we have to, we're nothing when we are first born, and we have to continue to make ourselves worth something in order for the world to pay any form of attention to us. So, as harsh as he is on women, he's the same thing on men. And, one of the things you're supposed to do is pretty much have 2 jobs, live with like 3 roommates, and pretty much just grind your 20s and 30s to the point where you're at your 40s and you can pretty much do whatever the fuck you want, And with all that being said, like, I took a lot of what he said to heart, I mean, despite all the, all the funny shit they said, all the ridiculous, stupid shit, his points still stand, He's still like a father figure to me. And I remember there's so many road trips that I took where I just turned on his podcast and I just listened to like the whole entire thing, But after all that, just hearing that he's gone, like that, I don't know, man. I'm still in shock. And right now, what's kind of pissing me off is I've seen some people post on Twitter, posts saying like, oh, good riddance. He was nothing but like a toxic, person in the environment. And then like people are like happy about his death. Like, okay, I understand that like some of the stuff he says, you don't like what he says, but like just say that you're glad that he's gone. Like that's kind of fucked up, man. And what people don't understand, he's actually did more good for men than ever. Because I can't think of any other platform that anyone does it to his level, you know. And the thing about Kevin Samuel is like, if his body is gone, you know, his message, his words, and his ideal will continue to live on. And like, you know, men would not be where we are if it weren't for like leaders and male father figure like him, you know. So just because of him, he makes me want to be a better person. He makes me realize how valuable I am as a man, and like what I should do in life, and like how I should approach, you know, what I want out of life. And like, who tells you that other than your dad? And if your dad don't tell you that, then like, you know, where do you go? So, you know, I mean, like I said, because of him, this is why I want to start the podcast. This is why I'm so passionate about like relationship. Well, I mean, I've been passionate about relationship, but I want to take like another step and be like, I don't want Kevin Samuel to be the only guy out there that give like men legitimate advice and women legitimate advice. You know, there's no way in how I want to like replace him or anything, but I just wanted the world to know that he affected my life for the better. You know, I'm very moved by what Kevin Samuel did, and it saddens me to hear that he passed away. And I'm still, I still don't think this is true, man. I really hope it isn't. But I mean, damn, man, it's getting me fucked up, man. This is not how I want to start a Friday, but. Well, okay. Let's. I'm gonna try to stay positive. I still hope that, you know, nothing crazy happened. Let's see how it unfolds. Let's pray that our Godfather is still alive. So yeah, I just want to pay my Lord tribute and just say, you know, to the bottom of my heart, thank you, Kevin Samuel, for everything you've done. And yeah, I think that's all I want to say.